What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over my UFC 323 Dvalishvili versus Yan 2 predictions. So let's get right into it. I'm really hyped for this card. Last pay-per-view 2025. Can't believe the year's already over. It's been a really good year for UFC. This card is absolutely stacked. I'm super excited. Get the return of some fighters. We got retirements, we got rematches, we got it all. This is a good fight, good card, excuse me. And let's start from the bottom. Why would I start at the bottom? The first fight, have no idea. Mohammed Naimov versus Myron Santos. I don't know. Mansour Abdul Malik. Don't know him. Okay, Antonio Tricoli. I know him. He loses a lot. So I'm going to go with this guy, I guess. It's from the U.S. I've actually heard of Myron Santos, but I completely forget. I've forgot to give predictions on him 3 times because I don't know anything about him. I just haven't seen him fight or whatever. I don't even remember. But yeah. All right. This guy from what looks like Dana White Contender Series, based off the blue tainted PFP, Iwo whatever from Poland versus Ibo Aslan, Turkish Power. I'm gonna say Ibo Aslan probably knocks him out, but maybe this guy will lock in and come in clutch. Alright, this is a really good fight. Edson Barbosa, I'm not sure if this is his title fight, if this is his retirement fight or not. And then Jalen Turner returned back to MMA after retirement. I don't really know what he was thinking, retiring, but I'm going to say I think Jalen Turner's going to win this, get back on the win streak. But if Edson Barbosa, if he wins this, what a career he's had then. Moving up the card, Marvin Vettori, number 14, ranked, on a pretty big losing skid right now. He's only lost his last 3, but I mean, he's lost them all pretty dominantly, pretty badly. Versus Bruno Ferreira, not a popular, he doesn't have that much hype behind him, not that well known. From what I know, he's got power. I forget if he's got power or whatever it is, but I don't know if Marvin Vettori's chin is really good, but if this guy gasses out, I want to say Marvin Vettori by decision. He kind of pulls together the win and maybe pulls his career back together. So I want to say Marvin Vettori by decision. Odds are slightly in his favor, but you never know. Nazim Sadikov versus Faraz Ziam. And before I move on, it's actually crazy to me that Marvin Vettori is now in the early prelims. That's just kind of sad to see where his career's gone. But Nazim Sadikov versus Faraz Ziam, this is a really good fight. Nazim Sadikov, what's his name? The Wolf or whatever? He's super hidden prospect. I love his fight style. He's a good striker, and he's able to take it to the ground if he needs to. Faraz Ziam, really good striker from France. I think Nazim Sadikov is going to comfortably take this. I think he's going to weather the storm and catch Faraz Ziam. I'm pretty sure he's coming off of a win, right? Yeah, they're both coming off of wins. Want to put 2 prospects against each other. I think Nazim Sadikov beats him. Whatever that guy's name was, that Nazim Sadikov fought, that's the fight that I learned about him in. He got cracked really hard, and he was swerving the punches, and Nazim Sadikov eventually came and beat the guy by knockout, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to choose Nazim Sadikov, even though the odds are in his favor. I see him winning. Hopefully he does. Moving up. I don't know that much about Macy Barber, but Karine Silva, Macy Barber, number 5 versus number 9. I forget. I know Macy Barber is a deadly striker, mostly because she has power. She has good striking. And Karine Silva, I forget, but I kind of feel I feel like Macy Barber's gonna win, but if the weight cut stuff going on with the seizures, maybe not the seizure part, but the weight cut just affects her badly like it did last time, I think Karine Silva's gonna win. I don't know about too much about her, but what do they call her? Korean Killer, the Killer Silva or whatever the hell. But yeah, that's how I see this playing out, depending on how the weight cut goes for Macy. Moving up, Terrence McKinney versus Chris Duncan, fighting from Scotland. Let's go. I think Chris Duncan's gonna beat him, but I think there's a chance that Terrence McKinney starches him out in the first round like he starches everyone else. Like, how does he just do that to absolutely everyone? I don't know. Like, it's not a coincidence, obviously. He just knocks everyone out in, like, the first 30 seconds of the fight. But, Chris Duncan, I think it's kind of crazy that it's more likely that he wins by submission than Chris does. 0% by this decision. That kind of shows the people that are, like, making the odds and making the win buys and whatever are just, like, kind of out of touch. Maybe I'm out of touch with Terrence McKinney. Maybe he does more grappling than I think he does. But Chris Duncan, he's a good submission artist, I feel like. But, with that deadly guillotine he's got. But, yeah, I'm choosing Chris Duncan. Probably by submission, I feel like. But I don't know. Moving up, I didn't even know this fight was on here. I didn't even know Grant Dawson was fighting. But number 13th, Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. This is going to be a good fight, I feel. I literally just put this together in my head. This card is literally stacked to the brim. Stacked to the brim, I'm telling you. But, I feel like Grant Dawson, maybe he's got this, but I don't remember. He hasn't fought in a while. I don't really remember how he fights. I just know he fights at an American Top Team, I believe. But he lost to Bobby Green, so it's not a good sign. I forget about Manuel Torres too. I've seen him fight before, I remember. But I don't really remember, so I'm probably just gonna go to Grant Dawson, being that he's the favorite. Moving up, Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov. Surprisingly, I haven't seen Bogdan Guskov fight before. I don't know, maybe I'm just a complete casual, but Jan, he's looking old in the picture. He's not looking as buff as he usually does. Actually, yeah, he's not looking as strong as he usually does. He's got 11 losses, which is crazy to me. I think it's likely that Bogdan wins, but I don't know too much about him, so I can't say much. He's a knockout artist, isn't he? Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to see my boy Jan go out like that, but might be path that's chosen for him. So we'll see what happens in this fight. I don't got a pick for it. Moving up, Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbot. This is a good fight. Henry Cejudo coming off of that controversial loss to Song Yadong, and Peyton Talbot coming off of that win against Diego Lima, I believe. What was it? UFC 317, I think. I thought Diego Lima was gonna win that, bro. But Peyton Talbot's a pretty big favorite. I don't think he should be that big of a favorite, but I do think he should be the favorite. Honestly, I think if Henry goes to his grappling, he'll get it done, but I don't see him doing that. So I think Peyton's probably going to win, and there's even a chance for a knockout. I wouldn't be that surprised, but Henry Cejudo's old, and this is his retirement fight. Hopefully he's able to retire into the sunset with a win, but man, he kind of messed up his career by coming back. That's all I want to say before moving up the card. Moving up, we got Brandon Moreno, Tatsuro Taira. Featured fight. We're already in the last three. Number 2 ranked Brandon Moreno versus number 5 ranked Tatsuro Taira. Tatsuro Taira fighting out of Japan. He's fighting out of Japanese Top Team? No, that's Kaya Sakura, I believe. I forget. But I don't know, man. I actually do have a pick for this fight, and it's going to be Brandon Moreno. I don't think the odds reflect him as well, because, Tatsuro Taira, he gassed. I think that Brandon Royval fight, even though he's really unexperienced in that, think about it, he's only had one fight since then. So, I don't know how much he's been able to improve. I think he's going to lose this fight. I think Brandon's skill in his boxing is just going to outpace Tatsuro, and Tatsuro is just going to gas. Maybe if Tatsuro Taira is able to get him to the ground, but Brandon Moreno is not bad on the ground. Let's not lie. Brandon Moreno is a good fighter on the ground. He's just not an elite fighter on the ground. He's a good fighter on the ground. Not great, not elite. He's just good. He's slowly get into that great spot. I mean, the submission, I'm pretty sure it was submission over Figueiredo that he got was just amazing. The groundwork he put together in there, amazing. But I think Brandon Moreno is gonna get this one done. Moving up, Alexandre Pantoja versus Joshua Van. Van is the underdog. Pantoja the favorite, as expected. Pantoja minus 230. I don't know, man. I actually have a pick for this fight. It's Pantoja, obviously, but I don't know if this fight's really going to play out. Joshua Van's got really good striking. I don't know what Pantoja's plan is. I think if he stays on the feet, I think they're going to box, and it's going to be a tough fight, but I don't think Pantoja's going to get absolutely destroyed. Brandon Royval didn't get... he was beat up bad, but it wasn't one-sided. Joshua Van was getting tagged. It was just a tough fight for both of them. It wasn't one-sided, though. Joshua Van obviously won that fight, but, I don't think that's how this fight's going to go. I think it's going to be mostly one-sided. If he stands to trade, I think it will be a tough fight, but I don't think Pantoja's going to do that. I think he's going to mix it up, take him down, get Van on the ground, and I think he'll likely submit him. I think that's the likely goal. Think about it. Pantoja with, what is he on? A 4-fight title defense streak or whatever? 3-fight title defense streak? 4 title win streak, I'm pretty sure. He is one hell of a good fighter, and he's, a really underrated champion. This is a good card, so I'm excited to see him fighting the same as Peyton Talbot on the same schedule, UFC 317. They're back at UFC 323. And on to the main event, Dvalishvili, the champ, versus Petr Yan, number 3rd ranked. 485, minus 485 for Merab as the favorite. Plus 370 is the underdog for Petr. Let's see. Petr's looking pretty jacked, but I'm pretty sure this is an old picture of him, actually. And Merab, he's in good shape. He's just tough as they come. Petr is like a bully, kind of, not like Merab claims he's a bully outside of the octagon, but Petr in the octagon's a bully. I don't know if anyone knows my TikTok account, but it's based around Petr Yan, so I'm his biggest fan, bro. But he's not my favorite fighter. I just kind of chose a fighter to base my account around. But yeah. So Petr Yan, slick boxing. He's got good offensive grappling if he's able to get it going, but against Merab, that's a hard proposition. Merab, obviously, we all know, best cardio in the UFC, just relentless pressure. But we have to look back at the first fight. This is a rematch. Petr Yan lost the first fight 50-45 by unanimously, all 3 judges. But Petr Yan, I don't really want to be biased here, but we seen that fight. Both of them were injured going into the fight, but Petr did not throw his left hand at all, or his right hand. Excuse me. He wasn't throwing his right hand at all, and I think that affected him so much, horribly. But yeah, I think that this fight's gonna have a different outcome with the scorecards. I don't think Petr's gonna get finished. I think there's a chance that maybe he gets ground and pounded because he can't get up, but I think that's unlikely. Merab is improving, and he's starting to show finishing ability. Submitted Sean O'Malley. He almost did knock down Corey Sandhagen with that relentless combo. But Petr Yan, he's never been finished out of his 5 losses. He's got good takedown defense, as we see, and he's a tough fighter. We look at that. Merab he just keeps coming at you, and I don't know how Petr's gonna fare against that. Petr's a good fighter, but I think the first fight, I don't really think we can take much from the first fight, being that Piotr was kind of injured, and I don't think it was like a insignificant injury like Merab had. It seemed pretty significant because he wasn't throwing that left hand at all, and yeah, so I want to say Petr Yan, maybe by split decision. I think it's unlikely though. I mean, I think if it goes the likely outcome, which is Merab winning, it will be a closer. It won't be 50-45 like the first fight. That's what I want to say. Like the first fight. I think that I don't know, man. I think Piotr. There's a chance that Piotr just gets absolutely bullied, but I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell with how badly that his right hand of his was like really affecting him in that first fight. Because I mean, he did post a picture of it swollen after the fight, saying I was injured or whatever. But I mean, you should say that before the fight, I feel like, and pull out if it was that bad. But I mean, I can't defend Piotr on everything, so realistically, I'll choose Merab. But I mean, if I'm going with my heart, I think Piotr pulls it off, gets the upset and becomes champion again. Hopefully that happens. I mean, I want to see Piotr win again, become champ again, But yeah. Those are my UFC 323 Dvalishvili versus Yan 2 predictions. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, bye.